Good evening. Time for last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. Folks, hopefully we got some bets for you that are going to win. I got a bunch in baseball. I hope you follow along with me. Don't forget about BetMGM, the points bet sign-up bonuses, and Underdog Fantasy and Thrive Fantasy deposit matches. Let's do that. Mike looks like he's seriously studying the lines right now. He's getting into it. He's going to come up with some great plays for you all tonight. Please like this video and subscribe to this particular YouTube channel. Live chat is available as soon as somebody gets in here. It's a Friday night. This is the World Series edition of Last Minute Betting. This is your quick fix for sports betting, and we are here to entertain you and hopefully make some money for you. All right, Mike, we got the matchup. It's here. The World Series is here. I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it to go. I know Stuart Zimmerman, wherever he may be, I know he commented on my video and said Phillies minus 1.5, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Any thoughts? Are you feeling run line? What are you feeling? And go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm looking at the money line for, and I know it's a little juiced, but Houston in this spot just because I don't trust it on the run line. I think Houston dealt with the rest pretty well. With their first round bye, and I've been high on Houston all along. Verlander had the rough outing against the Mariners, but he bounced back a little bit against the Yankees. I don't think he's going to want to have another bad game one like he did against the Mariners, and Houston has shown that they can beat you in a number of ways, and I think they've got to get game one and control this home field advantage that they have, and I just think Houston is just too tough, Bob.
Okay. I can buy that, but let me tell you, Houston was a top 10 run line team this year, folks. Top 10. And actually, I think like a top 6. But I would have to go back and check that record, and I will here in just a second. I'd like to remind you all that you can get 10% off your first month with OddsJam with the promo code 10BOB or Mike10. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Mick Grasso. Hey, Mick. And at Bob LaGrasso. Don't forget to do that. It's last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. And Mike, I'm going to let you go with your bets first if you have anything for us. By the way, Chris is here and says good evening.
Good evening to you, Chris. And yeah, I've got a lot of bets. I'll go to my bet tracker here real quick, and I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but I'll let you kind of take a look at some of the bets that I had to hurry up and hit. One of them was that Murray play over 7.5 rebounds tonight. I like this play a lot. Look at the closing line value on that. Plus 112, minus 101 is what it's at right now. Really good value there. Another play I like, this first quarter point spread for the T-Wolves, minus 2.5 over the Lakers, who are awful right now, Bob. They may not win a game for quite some time. Plus 105 on BetMGM. You see the closing line value on it at minus 108. Probably worth still hitting both of these bets, but I wouldn't put a full unit on these like I did. These were full unit bets for me. There's an NFL one, as you see. There's another NFL one. Kelly Olynyk over 22.5 PRA, plus 100. Like that one a lot. Put a half a unit on that one. Also put a half a unit on Ayton under 17.5 player points. Beating the closing line value tremendously right now, Bob, which is good. So we'll see if I can maximize that by hitting these bets. And, also, Bob, you realize, on this play, like this Murray play, they're going to probably try to get me to go ahead and cash that bet out. And I could probably guarantee profit by cashing that out early, maybe. but I'm going to ride it. I'm going to ride that one out. But yeah, those are the bets that I've got. I mean, you see right here, tons of them as I scroll along. Tons of them. Bob, that Keegan Murray play ended up hitting.
So did the Dinwiddie.
Yeah, the Dinwiddie squeaked by, Bob. It barely missed the first go around on it. I took him their last game. I took him on his over 2.5 rebounds. Didn't hit. He had 2. Last night, I think he had 3 on the button, so we got that one as well. That was nice. Our little same game parlay didn't come through. Bob, Mark Andrews he got hurt.
Yeah.
He already was, obviously, but he ended up leaving that game. He had 3 catches. I think if he stays in that game, that would have hit. That's a bummer that ended up happening. But that's what I got in the bet tracker, but I'm going to go to the positive EV page now. And let's see if there's anything out here worth hitting, Bob.
Yes, sir.
This has got tremendous value.
Recommended filters?
Yeah, this is tremendous, Bob. Russell, I'm going to hit this now. Under 17.5 player points, plus 110 on points bet. Bob, most books favor this to hit. DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM, Pinnacle being the sharpest book, minus 128 is what they price that at. Gonna have to hit that immediately. I love this play for value reasons. And look, Russell's been he's inconsistent at times. So that's a big whopping 1 unit bet right there, buddy. That is a good one right there for value reasons. Man, this one we may not get. Yeah, we've got time here. Bob, this is a tremendous bet too. Plus 115. Look at average odds, minus 106. Pinnacle priced it at minus 117 across the board. You see, we got actually 2 books that favor this, one being Pinnacle slightly. So this has got tremendous value. Terrence Ross under 2.5 player assists. That's a big unit bet too. And that's all I'm going to hit because I've got a ton of bets out here right now, Bob. And those popped up that Donovan Mitchell one looks good too, obviously. I would sprinkle. I wouldn't put a full unit on that, maybe a half a unit on that one. Because I do like Cleveland to hang with Boston potentially tonight, Bob. Jaylen Brown over 24.5. Outstanding potentially right here. I mean, not a lot of action to go by. Points bet prices it at minus 125. Don't have a line on the under. FanDuel slightly favors it. I mean, I would be willing to look at that one too for those watching. These are all, I mean, tremendous bets out here right now to hit. If I didn't have so many out there, I would be hammering a lot of these too. And even so close to tip off, there is still some good value on a lot of these plays. So that's all I got, Bob. Tremendous. That Brogdon one looks pretty good.
Well, let's hit it then. Come on. Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. I mean,
come on. Let's do it.
That one's no longer positive EV. I took too long. See?
Make up your mind, would you?
Oh, I just hit 2 while we were sitting here, man, that were juicy, a little juicier than that one, maybe even. This one looks tremendous, Horford, but then I have bad luck with Al Horford player props. I don't know why. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, Pinnacle prices that at minus 122. Average odds for it are minus 113. So plus odds, only book giving you plus odds on that play by the looks of it here. FanDuel and Caesars slightly favor it. I mean, yeah, this is another good bet, honestly. So those of you watching, looking for some bets that have some value, definitely the ones that we're going through here look pretty good, Bob. This Nebraska. Yeah. What do you think of Nebraska? I can't hit this one, but
we can't. We can't
Yeah,
bet that.
I mean, but that may look good. First half point spread at plus 4.5. Those of you
right.
who can hit it, go take a look at that one.
Exactly. All right, it's my turn. I get to take over.
Okay.
All right, because I got a bunch of bets that I've already hit, so we got to go through them. Because, buddy, we got some plays. Packers plus 11.5. You better get on that for Sunday night. And I got the Astros minus 1.5 tonight. Verlander over 6 player strikeouts. Aaron Nola over 5.5. Justin Verlander over 17.5 player outs. Aaron Nola under 16.5 player outs. And here's my babies. Player RBIs, baby. Altuve, Hoskins, and Bregman all to get an RBI. We got a positive EV play of the Hornets and Magic under 109.5 first half total points. Actually, and also under 110.5. BYU minus 4.5 against East Carolina. The Lakers and T-Wolves over 226. Those are morning coffee bets there. Raptors under 106.5 on points bet. Raptors and Sixers first half total points over 109.5. And then we've got the Golden Knights minus 1.5. Under 6 in total goals between the Hurricanes and Islanders. Over 6.5 between the Blue Jackets and Bruins. Over 6.5 between the Devils and Avalanche. Mike, I went 3-1 last night. You know, I'm like 10 games over 500. I'm getting into hockey. I'm getting into groove here, man. I'm excited.
But you're red in a lot of those CLV, man.
Hey, that's okay. I'm making hockey picks for my video, just like my boss told me to do, and I'm winning. And my people are winning. All you got to do is look in the comments. All right. I'm going to go.
You guys I need to be tuning into the. Hey, by the way, we'll get to it, but I got an NHL article on the OddsJam website we got to share in just a second.
Okay. Why don't you, we'll get on that here in a second. Here are recommended filters. I just pulled them up. And as Mike said, there are a ton right now. So, folks, you know, if you hit these on a regular basis, I'm telling you right now, you're going to win money. My profit has gone up, and I'm going to hit one that's actually 1% right now, 55% win percentage. Mike, I actually love this play. I have this game going over anyway. Now we're over 6. I already had it going over 6.5. You know, look at the play. I know it's minus 130 on the Pinnacle line, minus 123 when you take the juice out. It's a 16-cent market width, and we can get it for minus 120. And look at the other side.
Yeah,
I love this play. I love this play. I think plus from a hockey standpoint, Mike, Winnipeg's been putting the puck in the net. They've been scoring 4 goals here, 4 goals there, and their opponent has been putting the puck in the net lately too, and surprising some people with some wins. Okay. There was I'm going to stop sharing for just a second so I can talk to you about this. There was a promo on DraftKings.
Let's hurry so I can get to my parlay.
Okay, I'm going right now. DraftKings had a promo that if the Bulls, you had to bet the money line, okay, $250 maximum bet, automatically wins if the Bulls are up by 15 points at any time. What do you think of that? I jumped on it.
You know, I mean, Spurs have been kind of sneaky good, though.
Just at any time in the game. Anytime.
I know. I realize that Spurs have been pretty competitive, though, early on.
Did you hear what Pop said the other night when he got interviewed? Did you hear him? Wanting to know what was happening in the game. He goes, "We can't shoot." Well, how come they scored so much? We can't play defense either.
Yeah.
He was typical Pop. All right, go ahead and share your article.
Yeah, we got this, and there's a misprint here. The Red Wings are not playing the Avalanche. The Devils are. The Devils did have a big win against the Red Wings though the other night. But I'm going to take the Avs on the money line here, Bob. I like them to win this game. So like that play. And then we went on ahead and took Winnipeg at home against a bad Arizona team. Winnipeg does seem to be playing a little bit better. So those are the two legs that I have. We hit one last night. Let's see if we can get two in a row here. And those are the plays, Bob.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up right now.
These are up daily, as I was about to say. These are up every day on the OddsJam website. All you got to do is go to the website and go to your sports, go to NHL, and scroll all the way down past those games until you get to the articles. All kinds of other articles on here. Also for other sports as well, there are articles up. So definitely if you are using OddsJam, I would tune into some of these articles and check them out. Definitely some things detail. Those of you who always are saying, hey, what's some good bets and all this and that, check out our articles on the website and, find some that you like that you can tail. And if you find a guy that's hot, jump on it and tail him. So those are the articles, Bob. Avs money line and the Jets money line.
JTS, Jets. All right, cool.
Well, not those Jets.
Stephen Batza wants to know, do you guys ever use points bets? Propriety stuff they push.
Proprietary? Steven's using big words there. No, not really. They've got a points betting system that they have too. That is, there's a lot that goes into that. There's a video on the OddsJam YouTube channel that kind of talks about how points betting works. Pretty risky, if you ask me. Using that. Okay. I gotta be from based upon what I can gather. I think it's a little risky to use some of that, so I stay away from it, especially the points betting.
Okay, this is the World Series edition, so we would be remiss if we didn't just look at positive EV and anything in baseball that will pop up. Let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and set the market with at 38 cents. Whatever pops up in there. And here we have some plays right now. Player hits allowed. Aaron Nola under 4.5. This is a Prize Picks 5 flex picks. Bryce Harper over 1.5 player bases, folks. I like that one. I like this play. He's been hot. Let's look at the play just a little bit closer. Plus 104 on the Pinnacle line, sharpest book in the world. And then when we take the juice out, holy cow, it jumps all the way up to plus 120. And we could get it for plus 125 and look at, PointsBet doesn't even have an under on this. And neither does FanDuel.
Right.
So, yeah, this is definitely in our favor. I'd be jumping on that in a hurry, and I will right now.
Yeah.
Put a unit on that one.
Pretty good value.
Yes, I think it is. Very much so. So I just wanted to see, since it's the World Series edition and Aaron Nola under 5.5 strikeouts, Mike, believe it or not, I got to tell you this. My pick in my one of my player props in my World Series Game 1 video was Aaron Nola under in strikeouts. And guess what? That exact play is now positive EV. That's how I roll.
Nice.
That's how I roll, baby. That's how I roll. And there's better value though now than there was the other day.
Yeah, Steven. Just, especially considering with that points betting, it's not really, fixed odds. You're kind of, so yeah, if you win, you get a pretty good payout, but if you lose, you could really lose bad. So I stay away from it myself personally. That's just me though,
Okay, Mike, we're going to do something different here. I'm pulling this right out of my butt here. Let's make a pick for a guy to hit a home run in this game tonight. Come on. I mean, it's the World Series. Let's make a pick. People are always wanting me to pick a goal scorer in hockey. Well, you know what? Let's pick a guy to hit a home run, and I'll go first. Okay.
Here's my question: why can't we do RBI then? Because I mean,
I already did. I've got RBIs.
Well, yeah, okay, but I mean, I don't, picking a home run and I don't know, Bobby.
Are you scared?
I'll take a shot at it. I mean,
all right. Well, let me pull up the game and let's find the home run prop because Dinger Tuesday is a big part of the market during the regular season. So let's just look at player home runs.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to tell you before I even look, I'm picking Alex Bregman. Let's take a look. Alex Bregman, yes. Hey, I got tongue-tied. Plus 550 on Caesars. No pinnacle line on him, by the way. None whatsoever. Now, if I really had a secondary choice, Mike, at some point in time, Jose Altuve has got to become Jose Altuve.
Well, I'll stay away from him until I'm not going to take a shot at when he becomes what. Right now, let's go with guys who look. I would be interested to go with one of the guys that's been. I mean, Pena or Harper have got to be
okay. They're right there.
That I look at. I mean, Pena's got outstanding value. I mean, plus 750. And Harper. Little bit, plus 390.
Okay.
I think if I have to pick one, I'm gonna go with Pena.
Woo! Wow.
Hey, he's been clutch, man. He's been clutch.
Oh, I know he has. Made him. They don't even know who Carlos Correa is anymore.
And remember, Bob, that first game that they played against the Mariners, they scored, and he wasn't one of them that he didn't hit a home run this game. But after having all that long rest, what it affected was Verlander and the pitching. But their offense showed up. They had 8 runs, and I know that a lot of that was late and the big Alvarez home run. I get that, but the Phillies haven't dealt with this rest yet. I feel like if I'm the Phillies, I'm ready to go and I'm not ready to rest. I mean, you've been hot, you've been consistently playing, and you've been in a routine. The Astros just came off a rest, and then they went, and then they handled their next series with ease as well, and then we're rested up. So I think I like the way that Houston has had to deal with this rest more recently. Whether it plays a factor or not, who knows? But they certainly have already dealt with a long layoff.
So Harper did have a pinnacle line of plus 352. So you got him for plus 390. There's a couple other guys that we need to at least mention, and that's Rhys Hoskins, who plus 377 pinnacle line, plus 440 on Caesars, and Yordan Alvarez. We can't forget him. Plus, he's a left-handed hitter on top of it. Plus 300 pinnacle line, only plus 325 on Caesars. So that's the value that you can get. Mike, I know we love to talk about the positive EV page and all the value that you can get there. But there are so many other things that you can get at OddsJam, including line shopping and this screen page. I want to show you where we're at in the Cincinnati Browns game on the point spread. Since Jamar Chase got hurt and the news came out yesterday that he was going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. So now we're down to 3. Okay. The following week game, let me find out where I'm at here. Where's the next week game at? Wow. I don't see that one at all. But that game there, that Cincinnati game against Cleveland is now down to 3, Mike.
Yeah.
Aren't you kind of shocked at that?
Obviously losing a guy like Jamar Chase, that's sort of a big deal to people. They overreact to those kinds of things. I think Cincinnati can still be fine. We talked about, them and the stretch they're going to have. I think that they'll be fine. I think they can rely on Mixon running the football a little bit, and
Yeah.
I'm not as concerned about it as what evidently maybe the market is.
Yeah, because that was a lot higher. I did want to look at one other game. This Eagles Steelers.
I mean, think of it this way, Bob. Cleveland already played a team that tried to give the game away without their best receiver, the Chargers, without Keenan Allen. And Cincinnati, in my opinion, is a much better team than them. So I just don't think this will be as big a deal.
I got to ask you a question. Where do you think the value is? Do you think that the Eagles are a team that is going to cover against the Mike Tomlin coach Steelers team? Are the Steelers that bad that they can't cover a 10.5 point spread or 11?
Well, they certainly did. They certainly didn't against the Bills that a lot of people thought that they should and would. But Pittsburgh, they're 3-3, 3-3-1 against the spread this year. So, Philly's 4-2. So it's not as if Pittsburgh's just been awful against the spread. I mean, they're losing and they're not winning. They're 2-5 as a record. But I mean, I think they can still put together a good game. And if you're the Steelers, I mean, this is kind of a big, you're probably not making the playoffs. I mean, if you got anything to hang your hats on, it's going out and trying to upset the last undefeated team in the NFL, right? That's got to be the only thing you can really hang your hat on. And it's rebuild mode for the Steelers right now. They're trying to find out what they've got here in a quarterback in Kenny Pickett. And, if somehow they can get this group, they've got some talent, but they're probably not making the playoffs. If they rally together and put together a good game against the only undefeated team left in the NFL, I mean, That's something to build on. And Mike Tomlin, I think, will get that message across.
Then one other game that I just want to point out here real quick. The other day, this line on BetMGM with the Packers was 12. It's now down to 10.5. And we knew it was going to come down. I caught it at 11.5. And I'm sorry, whether you like it or not, I took the Packers plus 11.5. I do not believe the Bills are going to cover. That is the screen page. You can also look at other sports on the screen, like the NBA. This is great for when you're looking at positive EV plays. Open up another window and have your screen. If you're looking at total points, look at what the line is. There's a lot of times that you can find those butterfly bob plays when you look at this page here. So do that. I wanted to share that with you. Our week is done on this show. World Series tonight, NFL this weekend, college football tomorrow and tonight, and of course, NHL, NBA every night. We are excited. The Sports Nuts with our last minute betting show. Thank you, guys. You like my little backdrop there, guys? You like that? Huh? Hey, check that guy out.
Who is he?
Huh?
Is that you? Is that you as if you were a hockey player?
That was me as a hockey player.
Oh, as a hockey player. I had no idea you could ice skate, let alone rollerblade.
Hold on. I can't do that on air.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that on concrete.
Thank you, Stephen. What I was going to do was, never mind. All right. Have a good weekend. See you later.
You too, Steven. Thanks, buddy. See you, Chris.